Ackhiii. What sort of bias is going on in football? What's going on with the black footballers, bro? What's going on with the English media team, bro? What? Craig Hope, you got some obsession with Jude Bellingham, bro. Like, bro, get off his back, bro. Get off his back. And it's crazy. Let me just flip my screen because it's like, what I'm going to do leading up to these tournaments, leading up to the World Cup, leading up to our black footballers is I'm going to uplift them because, bro, this is madness. This is madness. And anyone that don't know who Craig Hope is, this is Craig Hope. This is him.
I think it was you who said to me that Newcastle had started the season with 1 win in 7. Now, that was factually correct. Of course it was.
That's Craig Hope. Now, this is what one of the blog pages has posted. Why is Craig Hope so obsessed with Jude Bellingham? You get me? At what point does a journalist get called out for blatantly having an agenda targeting a specific player? Craig Hope is clearly targeting Jude Bellingham. His X feed is basically an one hate Jude Bellingham page. This behavior can't continue. Uncheck. Listen, you got 24 hours. Don't make me give you 24 hours, my brother, because I will get your files. I will pull up your files and it will just start getting pressured in the football space. So listen, pattern up. This is getting out of hand, and this is what the people them had to say.
Jude Bellingham looks so angry. Oh my God, furious. But this is exactly what the English media are trying to do again. Now, the hate campaign for Jude Bellingham is absolutely embarrassing. And the fact that Thomas Tuchel has come out after the game saying this, that he saw that Jude Bellingham was not happy. What is he talking about? Do you know what's absolutely hilarious? That it was this brother here, this guy who's obsessed with Jude Bellingham, constantly makes videos about Jude Bellingham, constantly makes articles about Jude Bellingham, that he shouldn't start for England, he's got a bad attitude. He is the guy who actually asked Tuchel into press conference. Tuchel didn't even know about this. He said he didn't see it, but he's going to review it. So why the F is he asking these questions? From the same guy who, like I said, makes 20 plus articles on why Jude Bellingham shouldn't start for England. Now this is...
Bro, this is not only it, bro. There's another one. Like, we've got bad boy strikers. Like, bro, look... It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. Let's get into it.
In his own case, I mean, why is this guy so obsessed with Jude Bellingham? But why is there a hate campaign towards Jude Bellingham, who's one of the best players for England? Ian Wright. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Ian Wright is one of us, bro. He's one of us. You get me? Crystal Palace. I used to live on Homestore Road. I met Ian Wright, bro, at HMP Portland. Like, I shook his hand. This is when he was doing the filming. He came into the prison and he was doing the academy and the filming. And I was going home the next day. I remember being able to even shake his hand. So big shout out to Ian Wright. Big shout out. But yeah.
Wright says that they need to create this kind of controversy going up to the World Cup because there's nothing to talk about and they're just bored. They always try to find someone to, push onto and have a hate campaign. And this is the exact reason why England never win anything in the big competition, because for some reason, this media likes to go against their own players and put so much pressure on him that once the competition comes along and the big competition comes, the players have too much pressure on him and they just falter.
And not only that, even if you check this one, get me?
That rap Fabrizio Romano constantly making these quotes. This guy didn't even make any tweets the whole day, but he always puts these things out. This is lazy journalism and this needs to be called out. Jude Bellingham.
No, it's just bias. It's bias, bro. And you know why it's biased on black players, bro? Look at this one. And it's blatantly, you can see it. For some reason, where I am, it's not playing, but I've screen recorded it. And it said, listen to the commentary. You'll be forgiven for thinking a player who has put it in the top bins with the first time strike would be getting the praises. But no, it's the one who played a 5-yard, basically a pass. That's who's getting the praises. And let's get into this. Let's get it up.
difficult to sort of ask him to play that position when they've had such limited time training, but he's on the ball now and maybe can affect something late on. It's Phil Foden for England, setting up Eze, and he comes up with an assist.
Eze has literally scored a banger. A banger, bro. They're not talking about the banger that man scored. They're talking about the pass, bro. Bro, English media team, pattern up, bro. Yeah, I don't want to start having to...
You got 48 hours.
Ackhiii. I don't want to start having to pressure you, lot. I don't want to have to start making videos telling you, lot, you're not internet ready. Respectfully. So when it comes to players, when it comes to the English players, no colour. Man's uplifting them. But especially the black players. Because you guys, there's some mad bias, bro. There's bias here.
England go 2-0 in front and Eze scores again for England. At times it's been as tight as a chess match, so no surprise that Eze comes up with the defining play. Foden involved, Bellingham involved, England 2-0 in front.
Well, listen, we're talking about the quality of this lad.
Listen to this. Let me go back. Listen to this bit. Look.
Listen, we're talking about the quality of this lad on the ball and questioning it. This pass, just here, looks an easy one, but he sets himself up as he's waiting for it on his right foot. He wants it to come at a certain pace. He gets it absolutely perfect, Phil Foden, so he can just run onto it and bend it in that far corner. If he hits it too hard, he has to take a touch. He doesn't. Presence of mind to roll the ball into his path, and Eze takes care of the rest of it. Brilliant finish.
Bro, Ackhiii, football fans, the English fans, English supporters, you support England, bro. If you don't support England, tell me what's going on, bro. Because this is why we never win anything. Do you know why? Too much bias on players, bro. Too much pressure on the players. Craig Hope, listen. Let's play this one.
Is this really what we're all supposed to be unhappy with Jude Bellingham about? Not celebrating the goal with his teammates, not being happy about being substituted. There he is, there. In amongst the celebrations were Harry Kane, congratulating him on his goal, looking fairly content with being substituted. I mean, no player likes being substituted anyway, especially when there is as much competition for places as there is in Bellingham's position in that England team. But with the way that the media were asking Thomas Tuchel questions last night, you think that he'd thrown his arms up in the air, thrown a complete paddy, totally ignored Morgan Rogers, totally blanked Harry Kane after scoring his goal. Of course, he doesn't look that happy on the bench there after coming off. But with the way that the media are writing hit pieces last night and this morning about
Bro, it's Craig Hope. Listen. Craig Hope. Ackhiii. You are not internet ready. You need to know what you're doing here, you know. You get me? Like, stop the bias, bro. Stop putting pressure on the players. They're going to end up going into the games and they just got mad pressure because of man's just obsessed. Like, people can see it for what it is. Go easy, bro. Go easy, bruv. Respectfully. Ackhiii.
Bellingham, you think that's going to be the thing that makes England's World Cup bid completely fall apart? There's nothing else to moan about with England because things have gone so well. We've won 11 games in a row. We've won 8 out of 8 qualifying games under Tuchel, not conceding a goal. We've got quality all over the pitch and so much incredible depth. There's got to be a problem. There has to be. And that's what the media want. Because if England, everything's going smoothly, there's no clicks to generate. That's exactly what Ian Wright came out and said last night. They need to create this kind of controversy because there's nothing else to say until the World Cup. So it's going to continue like this until the World Cup. We'll have it during the next international break as well. The fact that they hate the fact they can't reach him. They hate the fact they can't negatively influence his club career like they've done with so many others before him. A young man blessed, endowed with overflowing talent and love. I mean, you don't have to love Jude Bellingham. I know Jude Bellingham is like quite a divisive, controversial character, right? And people get accused of glazing him, who go big on him and really like him, who can just acknowledge the freak of a player that he is and what he is doing for Madrid and England at this age isn't really normal. But you don't even have to love him, really, to see what's going on here. Look at the Daily Mail.
Big shout out to Ben. Big shout out to Ben, man.
Thomas Tuchel.
Big shout out to Ben, because you can see, but this is what happens all the time. There's too much bias. Too much bias with black players. That's it. You've seen a top bins go. A man's talking about the pass. Ackhiii. What are we doing? What exactly are we doing? It's madness.
Called Jude Bellingham's on-field antics repulsive. I'm not sure those words even came out of Thomas Tuchel's mouth talking about Jude Bellingham. He said that he doesn't like players acting in kind of like a spoiled sort of way. They have to show respect to their teammates. He spoke about Jed Spence and the Thomas Frank incident as well, saying he doesn't like things like that, right? But he didn't say that about Jude Bellingham. He didn't even see what these reporters were asking him about. He said, I'm going to have to go and almost review the footage. I didn't really see it. I saw it, he wasn't happy when he came off, but he didn't really see that he wasn't celebrating for the goal and all these other things that he's been accused of. The only thing I don't really like about Thomas Tuchel like this is that he's kind of stoking the fire. Like, I feel like he should probably maybe do a little bit more to protect Bellingham in this instance with the hammering that he does kind of get from our media, bizarrely, right?
That's crazy. You lot, man. You're biased, bro. You get me? And every time man's biased, man's just gonna be putting pressure on you, lot, man. Serious. You get me? Serious. I got the backing of AFTV now, Ackhiii, yeah? And AFTV comes with a lot of eyeballs, you get me? So, nah, on a level, when they go into the World Cup, what I'm gonna be doing is uplifting the players. Because, yeah, man, we need some results. And pressure, bro, it equals underperformance. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Peace.